Chelsea book a place in the Europa League final after beating Eintracht Frankfurt 4-3 on penalties. Watch until the end of this review to hear all of my thoughts on yesterday's match. Hello people, welcome to my channel, welcome to another video. This is my review of the game which took place at Stamford Bridge yesterday night between Chelsea and Eintracht Frankfurt in the Europa League semi-final second leg, which Chelsea ended up winning 4-3 on penalties. So what I'm going to do for you guys in terms of this review is that firstly, I'll be giving you the lineup in which Maurizio Sarri fielded at the start of the game, then I'll be giving you my thoughts on the game itself, including the penalties, and lastly I'll be giving you my thoughts on Chelsea's upcoming Premier League fixture, which will be played at the King Power Stadium on Sunday with kickoff at 3 PM against Leicester City. So without further ado, let's get straight into this review. So getting straight into the lineup that Maurizio Sarri fielded at the start of yesterday's match, and as always, starting off with the formation. Yes, it was a 4-3-3 with that deep lying playmaker involved, and in terms of the personnel in which he went with Kepa in goal, he went with a back four from right to left of Cesar Azpilicueta, Andreas Christensen, David Luiz and Emerson Palmieri. He went with a midfield three of Jorginho in that deep lying playmaker role, with Mateo Kovacic and Ruben Loftus-Cheek just ahead of him, and he went with a front three from right to left of Willian, Olivier Giroud and Eden Hazard. So that was the lineup that Maurizio Sarri fielded at the start of yesterday's match. Now for my thoughts on the match itself, and for this review I'm going to be doing things a little differently because of the fact that this match obviously went to penalties. I'm just going to be starting off with the first 90. To be honest with you, in the first half of the first 90 I thought that we were pretty good, although at the beginning of the first half of the first 90 minutes it was fairly even, but as the first half of the first 90 minutes went on, we took full control of the game and we deservedly scored in the 28th minute. Eden Hazard puts Loftus-Cheek through with a brilliant through ball, and he just controls the ball and side puts it past their keeper Kevin Trapp. Brilliant finish. He had no chance of it, and like I said already, we deserved that goal. It was 1-0 at half time in the first 90, but my problem with this team is the way we played in the second half. Just before I get into my thoughts on the second half, I'm just going to say how I thought we played overall in the first half. I thought we were excellent in the first half. Now for my thoughts on the second half of the first 90, I thought that we were lucky to not actually get knocked out of the competition, because we let so many chances go Eintracht Frankfurt's way. We didn't create too many chances ourselves. I believe we only had 1 or 2 shots on target in the second half. Do not quote me on that, please. But yeah, we weren't great in the second half of the first 90. It stayed 1-1. In terms of the goal, it was 1-1 at the end of the first 90, but getting into the goal in which Eintracht Frankfurt scored, we actually managed to let Luka Jovic score against us again, and for me this was absolutely dreadful defending. Absolutely dreadful defending. Our two centre-backs, they pushed forward, which meant that our two fullbacks were deeper than them, and that meant that the two centre-backs left space in behind, and that meant that there was a massive gap between our defensive line and our goalkeeper, which Luka Jovic exploited. I cannot remember who put the ball through. I believe it was Jakinovic. Do not quote me on that again. Luka Jovic, he just slotted it past Kepa, who did try to come out and minimise the amount of space in which Luka Jovic had. To be honest, you cannot blame Kepa for that. You can only blame the defence for that. That was absolutely terrible defending. But yeah, like I said already, the first 90 ended in a 1-1 draw, and it went to extra time. And to be honest with you guys, both teams realistically should have scored in extra time, but it didn't. Neither team did, which is why it went to penalties, of course. But yeah, overall, extra time wasn't too great. Our players looked tired. Maurizio Sarri brought on Gonzalo Higuain, who didn't really do much. He did give the ball away quite a few times, and like you guys know already, that absolutely pisses me off. And I'm sorry for swearing, but I cannot stand it when players give the ball away in good positions or in bad positions or anywhere on the pitch. I just cannot stand it. It's not nice to watch. But yeah, extra time on the whole, it wasn't great. We did create a few chances, like I said already. We could have scored. Both sides could have scored. But yeah, extra time wasn't too great. Now for my thoughts on the penalties. We generally it was a good penalty shootout. We only missed one penalty. Cesar Azpilicueta, you would normally expect him to tuck his penalties away, because whenever he's taken penalties for us, I don't believe he's missed any. Let me know if he's missed any down in the comment section below. But yeah, he's normally a good penalty taker. He normally puts them in the top corner. But generally, our penalties were really good. And you have to give Kepa some credit for the saves he made, especially the first one, because that almost went straight through his legs. And if that did, we would have all been fuming. But yeah, brilliant penalty shootout. Eden Hazard, if he stays, then he has to be the one who takes our 5th penalty, because he's normally very good at penalties. But yeah, overall, in terms of the game itself, it was not the greatest performance by any means. But who cares? Who bloody cares? We're in the final of the Europa League, and we're in the final of a European competition for the first time in 6 years, I think it is. And funnily enough, the last time we were in a European final was when we were in the Europa League against who was it? Benfica? Yeah, it was Benfica when Branislav Ivanovic got the winner. But yeah, overall, not the greatest performance. We could have done a lot better. Hopefully we do not play like that in the Europa League final, and hopefully we do not play like that against Leicester, even though we probably wouldn't consider that to be too much of an important game. But yeah, a game's a game. Not the greatest, not the worst. We'll just have to go again. But yeah, that's it for my thoughts on the match. Now to conclude this review, I'm going to give you my thoughts on Chelsea's upcoming Premier League fixture, which will be played at the King Power Stadium against Leicester City on Sunday, with kickoff at 3 PM UK time. Now to be honest with you guys, completely honest with you guys, shall I say, if we played the way in which we did in the second half of yesterday's match and in parts of extra time, then I can see Leicester City absolutely smashing us, because Leicester City are a very good side. They should not be taken lightly, because they did beat us at Stamford Bridge and they did deserve to win, and they could have so easily won by more. But we were very lucky to escape, which is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, Leicester City are a very good side. Yes, this game may not be as important as it would have been if we didn't finish in the top 4, which is of course secure now. But I think that we should still take this game very seriously, because a match is a match, and we want to give the fans something to lean on at the end of the season. So hopefully Chelsea do that. Hopefully they do not take this game lightly just because they've qualified for the Champions League next season, and hopefully we put in a better performance than we did yesterday, because we can't do that in the final. I'm sorry, we just cannot do that in the final. And I think that we missed Kante. Hopefully he's back for the match on Sunday, and if he's not, then hopefully he's back for the final. But yes, hopefully we win on Sunday. It would be nice. Yes, like I said, this game may not be all too important to the team, because of the fact that we've already qualified for the Champions League via the top 4 route. But yeah, let's just hope that they take it seriously. I hope you all enjoyed this review. That is the end of this review. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, and I'll always do my best to respond. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you all very soon for some more videos. Come on you Blues, and peace. And let's celebrate the fact that Chelsea are in the Europa League final. Come on Chelsea.